Hey guys, I'm Heather Vole,
Hi, I'm Ryan Vole.
and we're Vole Squared at RE/MAX Bakken Realty. We just want to take a quick second and chat with you guys here in the Bakken area and kind of go over what we're currently seeing here in real estate. With everything going on with COVID-19 and the guidelines put out about self-isolation, real estate essentially is deemed essential business here in the state of North Dakota. So we are still out there working. We are still out there trying to stimulate our economy as much as possible, but we are being as smart as we possibly can in regards to health and those restrictions. We're doing things like hand sanitizers and Clorox wipes before we go into listings. All lights turned on so we can touch barely anything, as little as doorknobs sometimes, right?
Yeah.
We're doing things like 3D Matterport listing information, video listing information,
Video tours,
Skype tours through the house. We're literally trying to do everything that we can to make sure that clients are still actually seeing the homes that are for sale without actually having to go in them until the very last second.
Minimizing the risk as much as possible. Yeah.
Trying to make sure that that 6 feet apart is, being respected and put into practice, but still trying to make sure that we get that end goal of keeping the real estate market alive here in Williston. We decided that since it is such a unique situation that none of us have ever been through before, that we would take this opportunity, as you can see that we are coming to you from our living room, to sit down with some lenders, or better yet, Zoom call with some lenders, and kind of go over with them what they're seeing in the real estate market right now in regards to how are they combating COVID, have they gotten creative with how they're interacting with their clients, what does the pre-approval time look like, are there lending guidelines that are being put out there because of the economic impact that we're seeing because of this pandemic.
And for those of you that may be sitting at home wondering, could I even qualify for a home loan or anything right now? This is kind of what we want to do, is just kind of show you how the lenders are adapting. Some of them have released apps to kind of streamline the lending process. Everything from application to close can you're updated from your phone on an app, and that's just one example. A lot of them have gotten creative and are continuing to approve people and get people into homes if they're looking.
Sure. So we're going to take this probably over the next week, maybe 10 days, put out as much information as we can, speaking with those lenders to you guys. You'll constantly be seeing a few videos that are going to come out from us in regards to all that information. We'll let you know how you can get a hold of them as well as us for any questions that you might have. But we just thought we'd take this opportunity to show you we're still here, we're still working, and things are still going on.
Absolutely.
So on that note, let's go over to our lenders. Thanks for joining us today, Travis.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hey guys.
Hi. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
So Travis Lang. I reside in Bismarck, North Dakota, and I am a VP of mortgage lending at Guaranteed Rate, and been doing this now for a little over 11 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a while. So you've been through a couple situations like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I started right at the beginning of 2009, and I kind of came at the end of that crash that happened, and I was actually out in Minneapolis at the time. That's where I got my start, right out of college, cool. And I didn't really know any different, so I kind of just went into crazy. It got really good. Now we're back into crazy again, but
starting doing you. That's awesome. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Now you're with Guaranteed Rate, correct?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Guaranteed Rate?
So Guaranteed Rate is the largest correspondent mortgage broker in the nation. We're brick and mortar in all 50 states. So the corporate headquarters is out of Chicago, Illinois. That's where like our CEO sits and stuff like that. But his vision and his heart when he started the company was we have the technology and the national capability, but we have local offices in every community we're in.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So if you were to find a client that fell in love with working with you, you could also help them if they ever do choose to leave North Dakota.
Absolutely. Yeah. We do loans in all 50 states. So that's a really nice thing, is being able to help people anywhere and everywhere in the stage of their life. And, I still have a lot of buddies out in Minnesota that I help, Colorado, Arizona, we can lend all over. It's really fun.
That's awesome. I feel like that keeps you well-rounded in the market nowadays.
It does. Yes.
Well, we know about our trying times with COVID-19 and social distancing and everything that everybody's trying to do to stop the spread and prevent this from being even worse than it is. So if you could share with us a little bit about what you guys are doing to combat COVID-19 in your practices.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on, but I've been telling a lot of people in the last month, which is kind of a special thing that I'm blessed for, is we were already prepared for something like this. For the last couple years, we've been running completely paperless.
Oh, wow.
So all of our initial disclosures, all of our docs, everything that we've been doing, and most of my clients, because I do a lot of business on the eastern and western part of the state in our Bismarck branch. So a lot of my clients, we never actually face-to-face see. So our business model has been set up to help the people that have been real busy. They want to be able to do stuff online and be able to use the paperless systems. So when this all happened, we were kind of like, oh, so business is normal?
Yeah.
So us and the way that my team operates, we really just kept rolling and everything's been the same. The one thing that did change, which is really beautiful, is we developed an e-notarized flash close option.
Oh, wow.
It was in the works.
Sorry about that. It's the perks of working from home right there.
If you wanted to learn about the mortgage world, that's okay.
He's like, what are rates on litter boxes right now?
I don't know. I got dogs.
Sorry, you were sharing about your e-notarize?
Yeah, so we already had flash close. And what that is we send the borrower an email the morning of closing. Goes out at about 6, 7 a.m. and they sign 80 to 90% of their closing paperwork on their phone or their computer or tablet. It's incredible. So then they go to the title company and just sign what's called their deed or their mortgage, which is only a couple pages. So a lot of our closings before all the COVID stuff, because of our paperless technology at Guaranteed Rate, which we own the software called Flash Close. A lot of time and money that our company put together, but closings would only take 5 or 10 minutes.
Wow, that's fast. That's pretty
really cool.
Perfectly suited for the COVID environment.
I was going to say, so you're probably taking a little bit of stress off the title company right now, because I know the title company's got pretty creative with how they're doing the drive-up closings. So it probably saves a lot of time and worry for them.
And still on FHA, VA, and USDA loans, we still have to have them go to the title companies and do that curbside or drive-through closing, where they're doing those signatures, either in their car or they have them go in the garage, or they do it where they send a notary to them. That's cool. But on conventional loans, the e-notarize got passed through in the last 2 weeks. Fannie and Freddie that control these conventional guidelines, they're honoring now and allowing. They gave that final push that we were trying last year. But conventional loans right now are actually completely closing without having to go to the title company.
Wow.
That's that e-notarize, which is amazing. And the word is in the next couple weeks to a month or two, FHA, VA, and USDA are going to jump on board too. So kind of a cool silver lining in the whole COVID thing will change our industry, I believe, 100% in my heart for the better, for something like this, for our buyers and sellers that are like, yeah, it's too tough to schedule a closing. Can we just do it all paperless?
Wow.
We can.
So if that actually will come in super handy, heaven forbid that anything further goes with this, and we do see some other shutdowns, that can still happen. That's good to hear.
Absolutely. It's great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, on that note, what are you seeing with pre-approvals? Are you seeing the same turnaround time that you're able to pre-approve a client, or are you running into any hiccups with that?
Exactly same time frames. No changes in pre-approvals. To be perfectly honest with you, pre-approvals are all done by the experience and education of the mortgage lender you choose. Okay. So them being faster or quicker or longer, it's the loan officer that you pick.
Okay, that's interesting. It's a good take on that. You talk about doing everything online and being able to, meet in Zoom and everything like that. So helping with no contact. You're able to secure that the personal information of these clients being sent to you, everything is handled. They don't need to worry about anything security-wise with that, correct?
Yeah, we have a software program called Transfer Safe, and it's an online digital drag and drop portal where the customer has all the PDFs of, let's say, their pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, tax returns, and we send them a link. They open up the link, verify their identity, and then it loads, and then it opens up this portal that they had to know their own social, a password that we send them. It's a secure link, and they put all their documents in it. And then we get an email, meaning we, Guaranteed Rate, saying, hey, your customer uploaded these documents to the secure link called Transfer Safe. And then we get all their documents so that they don't have to worry about, their identity and stuff like that. So, you do get some clients in the last month that are like, hey, we really want to come in and see you, and I'm like, hey, we're trying to be respectful of everything COVID. And a few clients have came up because we're still working in the office, but we'll go out to the parking lot and grab their documents from them. Some clients that don't have the paperless capabilities.
Right.
And we'll go out there, we'll get the documents from, we'll say, hey, and I'll talk to you from the car, let's talk,
6 feet.
But we're just doing the best to just really explain. And I'm telling you, 99% of our clients in the last month here have all been very awesome. Everybody's understanding it and respecting how we're doing business. And last year, we did a study, over 60 to 70% of our closings out of the 220 that me and my team did were all done paperless without seeing them. So this was already happening before all this. So, the new wave, I think this is just going to kind of help
push further.
And a lot of people want to be able to have the flexibility. A lot of the people I pre-approve are at nights and weekends, and a lot of people have to talk with me after hours, which is fine. And that's a big thing because, during times like this, you got to be flexible with people, and people got to be able to understand, for me, my laptop right here, this goes with me wherever I go. My car, my home,
It's like your weapon. You don't go anywhere with that.
We understand. While they're working, we wait for them to finish. That's how we all got to do business. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's nice. It's it's good to be expandable in that way. It's smart.
No, I mean, I kind of hear you on your guys' side, using virtual and technology and all that to kind of handle the paperwork and the processing part of, that. And then for us, it's kind of going like virtual tours and 360, video and all that. Like everybody think these were in place beforehand, but now it's like COVID's bringing out and showing what technology can do in real estate. So it's good to see you guys on the lending side are taking advantage of that too.
Yeah. Absolutely. And all lenders are going to be doing this different. Some might still stay in the old school ways. And a lot of the mortgage companies that have already had the technology in place are going to be the ones that really exceed this year. I really believe.
Yeah. Well, okay. So a tough question. If you could share with us right now, is there actually a benefit to buy right now?
The first reason, and I think one of the biggest reasons, is yes, all-time history low interest rates.
Awesome.
So, my thing that I always ask people, because I get this question at least 3 to 5 times a day, hey, is it a good time? And I say, well, is all-time history low mortgage rates a good time? But then the question is your job secure? Do you have a good job that you don't believe that you're in a possible layoff furlough situation? And then, they'll say something like, yeah, no, my job ain't going anywhere. Oh, okay, good. So right now, is it a good time? Is it not a good time? That goes back to even a year ago. If a buyer asked us, is it a good time to buy right now? Well, do you have a good job? Right?
Very true.
If you have a good job and you think you're going to live in that city for at least 3 to 5 years, absolutely it's a good time to buy. This whole COVID thing is going to blow over, just like all the other things that have happened in our country like this. But the main thing is people need to understand, if you were going to buy, you should definitely do it soon while rates are still at what they're at.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, guys. It's huge because people can't believe what rates are at right now. And if you can lock one of those in and buy a house right now, and I also believe a lot of my clients that have been making offers, they've been able to get the seller paid closing costs. They've been able to have the sellers being able to kind of work out a good win-win for each other. And I know you guys could maybe chime in on that, but it's a phenomenal time on the lending side for people if that question gets asked to me. Absolutely.
Awesome. And win-win is the biggest thing that we need to happen in the end. Both need to be satisfied. So that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear interest rates are still where they are,
Yeah, and it's kind of like a touch on you said, like if you're planning to live in this area 3-5 years or in any area and you have the capability to buy, now is the time to buy for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, are you seeing any effects in your lending guidelines, or are you seeing any changes in your lending guidelines due to the effect of the impact on the economic, what's the word I'm looking for? On our economy for COVID-19. I apologize.
Right.
That's not clear what I'm asking. Is there any changes in your lending guidelines?
So when you look at the mortgage world, you got your conventional, your FHA, your VA, your USDA, and then you got your down payment assistance programs. And you got your jumbo mortgage guidelines, right? Anything above $510,000 on a loan. When you pull the mortgage industry as a whole, about half of the mortgage world has tightened up with wanting a little bit more in reserves in a bank account, proving that if you lost your job, you could make a few months of mortgage payments, which I support 100%.
Yeah, totally.
Being a professional in the real estate mortgage world right now, if we're not setting up our buyers and sellers with success in case of something that could happen, I think we're doing them a disservice anyway. So, and then a couple of the jumbo world and a few of the down payment assistance programs, they want a little bit more skin in the game, meaning they're not going to go up as high on the debt to income. So they want you to have a little bit more residual income than they used to allow. And they want a little bit of reserves. And then it's kind of it's hard to tell you like which parts, because there's so much that changed. It's not like everything changed. A few things did, but that's the power of working with a mortgage expert that can share with you the truth. Because, for me, I operate, if I can't get you the best deal on the market, I'll find you a lender that can. And when it comes down to it, I hope that stuff like this is going to bring out the good in people. If somebody really needs a house and should have a certain program, I have heard though, and this is a big thing, when you pull banks, credit unions, and mortgage brokers, when this whole thing happened this last month, some tightened up, some didn't, some made small tweaks, some are suspended.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a big picture. Yeah. So that's the power of buyers shopping to a couple lenders to trying to find out, hey, do you still do down payment assistance? Hey, do you still do VA? Do you still do USDA?
Right.
What's the down payment like? Honestly, buyers buying a house right now know better, more than ever in the history of mortgage lending, should find the truth.
Okay.
They need to go out and search for the truth. And that's why asking around for some referrals and seeing, it might not be a local bank. It might not be a mortgage broker, but finding a couple opinions that suit your needs is going to be huge right now, because some places can't do what you might need.
Yeah. That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you and I have gotten into many conversations about shopping around and finding not only the right fit and personality, but finding somebody who has the right program for you, for your credit score, for what you're capable of putting down, for the price you want to be at, and that best interest rate.
And that's why we appreciate you and other lenders that come on to do this with us, is because we want to get that information out. And you guys are subject matter experts. Who better to hear from than you guys? Yeah.
And I feel like for those ones that are on the couch and teetering about buying, maybe taking the opportunity to start that discussion, allowing for somebody else to look in and see what can happen for them,
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to take a quick second and share anything that you think any of those listening in should know or pay attention to in the lending world right now in the mortgage industry.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I've seen with COVID right now in the last couple weeks, hearing from actual buyers and people looking to refinance right now. Well, let me rewind real quick. Number one, what I want everybody that watches this, that hears this, if you own a home and you haven't looked into refinancing yet, you absolutely 100% should. Worst case scenario, you find out your rate's really awesome and it doesn't benefit you, but at least you have the peace of mind to go, hey, I checked into it. Yeah. I wouldn't really save much. At least I checked. Because there's a lot of people that have called me in the last month and they're like, oh, wait, what? Whoa, really? Well, I was glad of these people are, because they're going to be in their houses for a while. But the people that are buying, so then we flip it to number two, the people that are going to be buying right now during this time, whether it lasts another month or two, even if everybody gets to go back to work and Trump does his plan to get everybody back in the next month to work, there's still going to be some weird mortgage, COVID kind of aftermath that's going to be happening this year, because it shook up a lot of lenders. And there's a lot that happened that we won't get into on this call that makes a lot of mortgage companies that buy and sell loans, they're in some tight spots right now. So they're going to be reassessing and re-looking at how they're going to want to buy loans in the future. So if you're a buyer and you're listening to this and you want to kind of figure out what I should do to find the best deal, this is my biggest takeaway. I'll just share this with you guys. More than ever, because there's such a vast difference, guys, with correspondent mortgage brokers, meaning what a correspondent mortgage broker is, which what we are, is we process, underwrite, fund, and close the loan all in-house, all with guaranteed rate. Then you got your wholesale brokers that sell the loan and get it underwritten, processed, and underwritten by another company that don't work for them. Then you got your credit unions and your banks. Some banks and credit unions service their loans, some sell them off. So you got a bunch of different ways that lenders in the US are originating and selling loans. What used to be the norm is go somewhere with local servicing and go local. But right now, with the times and what's going on, you're going to see a big change where everybody as a whole, and I mean everybody out of all those types of mortgage lenders I just named, they're all going to be different on rates, fees, what they allow, what they don't allow. And I've had people call me that were about to sign on a purchase, and they could have saved a whole half a point.
Wow, that can really make a difference on your monthly payment.
Yeah. So yes, service is a huge piece, but equally so, if you're going to be a buyer, whether it's your first or second or fifth house, doing your due diligence, which is, can you go to some place that you know that will tell you the truth, that will be available, and then do they have all options that's best for me?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
That last one is huge.
Yeah. Make sure it's a good fit. Definitely.
It's huge, because it's not that everybody out there is going to be always going, hey, go shop me. But you as a new buyer, you should find out the truth. So when you do sign on a loan and you do close on your house and get the keys, you feel 100% confident in your heart that I got the best deal, I worked with good people, and it was a good transaction.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Owe that to yourself.
Absolutely. Real estate has got to be one of the most customer service centric businesses.
Yes, I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you share with us how these, how everybody listening to us today can get a hold of you?
Yeah, sure. So you can call my cell phone, 701-226-4651, or my office line, 701-355-6193. You can also text message me at my cell phone as well if you prefer that. And then my email is travis.lang@rate.com.
Okay,
cool.
awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today.
Thanks
and
a lot, Travis. We really appreciate it.
Stay safe and stay busy.
Yeah, you guys too. Take care, and I'll be around.
Have a good one,
Thank
Travis.
you.
Yeah, see you.
Thank you guys for taking the time to watch our video. We hope that it answered any questions that you might have about what's going on in real estate and the lending world here in the Bakken area. And if you want to get a hold of us and ask us any questions, there's a couple different places you can find us.
Yeah, we're on Facebook at facebook.com/volsquared, Instagram volsquared, Twitter, and also volsquared.com. We feature listings on there and a couple other videos and everything that we've done also.
And that's where you can find our videos, so they don't even have to go in the house yet, right? You can go take a look at some homes you might be interested just by watching some of those.
Yes, and if you'd like to, go to volsquared.com. You can sign up to be on an email list to receive listing videos and future, updates and news that we're putting out regarding real estate.
And of course, you can always catch us on the phone at 701-713-0908 and 701-713-0911. Apparently he forgets his phone number. We appreciate you guys watching.
Thanks again, you guys.
We hope that everybody's staying as safe and as sane as you possibly can with all this going on. We look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you.